Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to the intro to my 48-hour readathon. So my book club is going to be reading for 48 hours straight. Asterisks there. We're going to be reading for 48 hours and we're going to be doing this like challenge where you get points based on how much you actually read. So I'm not actually going to be reading for the next 48 hours with no sleep and no breaks, but I am going to be reading as much as I physically can in the next 48 hours. The readathon starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Central Time. Eastern Standard Time. So right now it is 3:55 and I am just preparing. So I have meals prepped for tonight, not for tomorrow, because I do really enjoy cooking and my plan is just to put an audiobook on and cook, and that'll count as me reading then. And I need to go grocery shopping tomorrow, so that will take some time away from me reading. I also am in the middle of packing and moving, so I don't have the new place available yet, but what I've been doing is packing up some of my stuff and bringing it to my parents' house. I have 4 books that I want to get through this weekend, and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I am not ready for it. So right now I am in the middle of From Blood and Ash. I don't think this is actually where I am at. I think I've made a little bit more of a dent into this. I have the audiobook and the physical book for this, so I'm going to be flipping back and forth between the two of them, just kind of depending on my mood and what I feel like doing at the moment. So From Blood and Ash is this story of this maiden in this fantasy realm, and so she has been chosen by the gods, and honestly I'm 270 pages into the book and I can't tell you anything more about what the maiden is or why she's important or who these gods are, but there are these creatures called Craven, which are basically like vampires and they're bad for the land. I don't know. I'm really lost, but I'm really loving this book, and honestly I've been drawing so much of Poppy recently because I'm in love with her. My other physical book is Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard, and I did actually pick up the audiobook from my library from this so that if I am just in an audiobook mood, I have that option. This is the story of like a chosen one trope. This is the author who wrote Red Queen, which many of us loved or hated. Make up your own mind. I don't care what you felt about it. You can tell me if you want. I am really excited to be picking this one up. I did spray my own edges and they look fantastic. I've heard some bad things about this book. I've heard some good things about this book. I honestly don't know that much about this book, so I guess I'll talk to you more about it once I've started it and I know. I'm really hoping to start this one tonight, but I was really hoping to have this finished by now, so we'll see how that's kind of going. My 2 audiobooks, which are only audiobooks for this weekend, I don't own the physical copies of them, although I own the e-copy of one of them, is A Master of Djinn, which is the new like novel length story talking about, oh my goodness, I can't remember her name, but it's the same world as Tramcar 015 and A Dead Djinn in Cairo, and I'm like 16% through it and I'm really loving it, but every single time I put it down I just don't feel like picking it up again, and I know that there's like a lot of people at the library waiting for it for the book after me, so I'm like, if I'm not in the mood for it, should I just return it? I don't know, but I'm slowly making my way through it. I think I'm gonna give me like maybe another 10% before I make any decisions, because I'm loving the book and I will pick it up again if I drop it right now. It's just right now I'm not feeling it. And then the final thing that I haven't started yet, I know nothing about, I just have had my eye on it since it was an ARC. I didn't receive the ARC, but now my library has it for me, is From the Wolf. Like I said, I know nothing about it, but I think I might be more in the mood for this than I am for A Master of Djinn. I just got back from work, and on the way home from work I stopped at Michael's and I picked up a sketchbook. This is my favorite sketchbook. I haven't done traditional art in a really long time, so this is the Strathmore Mixed Media sketchbook, I didn't say. I really love it. It does great with basically all wet and dry media. I just feel like I'm in this place where I don't have the motivation to do traditional art, and I've been following a lot of artists recently who are just so loose and free, and I feel like I can't get that with my digital art. So even though the only art I've been doing is digital art, I just want a little bit of something else. I want to try to practice just being more loose and being more free and messing up and being okay with that mess ups. My plan right now is to start in it. I like to decorate my first page with some stickers and maybe some like dates and some information. And then I will just start doing some spreads in here, which will be really fun. It's 5 o'clock. Time to text my book club that we are starting. Time to take my earrings out because I can never enjoy the headphones that wrap around. And it's time to start reading. Oh, and I have my tacos. I have my audiobook ready. Let's go. Oh, it is bright in here. Okay, so it is the end of the first day. I've officially read for 4 hours straight. Although the last hour I did no reading, so I've actually been part of the readathon for 5 hours. I hung out with friends on the sprint, as you could see, for the last hour. It was really fun. I've read something like 220 pages of From Blood and Ash. So I only have like 100 and something pages left. So my plan is to get a shower, maybe watch an episode of The Handmaid's Tale, maybe not if I'm too tired, go to sleep, wake up early tomorrow morning and finish that. I have some more sprints at 8 or 8:30 tomorrow. I'll have to check the schedule. And then the rest of the day is going to be packing and stuff like that. So I actually went grocery shopping tonight as well. Just had my audiobook playing while I was doing it. So I don't need to worry about that tomorrow, but I do have to meal prep and cook and do some stuff like that. So I'll just have my audiobook in. It's almost 11:30 now. As you can see, I've been doing mostly reading this morning. I had a few other tasks that I was getting done, but I've been listening to my audiobook for almost all of the morning. So I don't know how many hours I've gotten. I'll have to go back and check my tracker, but I've gotten a few hours in. I almost fell asleep while reading just on the couch now. So I'm taking a bit of a break. I was gonna actually try to take a nap, but I couldn't actually fall asleep, which is normal. So I'm just gonna do some other things for a little bit and see if that wakes me up a little bit more. But I have updates for you. I don't have it with me right now. It's in my room, but I finished From Blood and Ash. I really enjoyed most of the book, but the last like 50 pages just had me rolling my eyes, and I feel like it didn't make sense, some of the decisions that Poppy specifically was making. I felt like they were really, it was like a really predictable ending too. Like, I saw it coming from page 200 and I just wanted something to surprise me, and it didn't. Unfortunately, I was going to rate the book 4 stars through most of it. I was really enjoying myself, but the ending just made me like mad, like angry because of how bad it was. Like, it didn't live up to the rest of the book. So I ended up rating it a 3.5, which I did round up on Goodreads, but I wrote that it's a 3.5. So I am still going to read the next book. I'm going to be reading it this month actually, and I am still planning on moving on to book 3 and 4, which 4 isn't based on these characters. It'll be coming out in October though, so that's the plan. And then I decided to try to continue on with A Master of Djinn. I just really don't think I'm in the mood for this book because I've tried so many times to just get into it and I'm not. And there's nothing I can put my finger on that would be the reason why I'm not enjoying it. So then I decided to pick up Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard, which is the next book I'm hoping to accomplish this weekend. I do hope that I can still finish this by tomorrow night, but I'm a little bit unsure about it because I've only read the prologue so far, which was 26 pages. And to be fair, I was falling asleep during it because I'm just tired in general, but it read a lot slower than I thought it was going to read. Like, it's taking me a while to get through those 26 pages. Not sure I'm actually gonna be able to finish it when I thought I was gonna be able to finish it. I do have the audiobook though, if I decide to go with that route. I can't even tell you what this is about yet because I'm only in the prologue so far. I also don't usually like prologues in books, so I'm not worried about the fact that I was like falling asleep during this prologue at all. This book is so pretty. I'm hoping that I love it. I think the plan is to maybe do some painting. I keep watching these videos online of this artist who is just all about inspiring people to go and make their own art and be free with it and loose with it. And it's not about perfection, it's about having fun. And it reminds me of why I used to make art. And between her and this other artist I'm following online, and have followed this other one for years, but she was saying recently that if you literally want to draw the same exact thing over and over and over again, then who cares? Like, why not just draw that same thing? If you're feeling pressured to do other things, why not? You're doing it for fun. So I was like, oh my God, I feel like both of those were kind of reasons why I've been not making art for myself for a while now, is I just feel like I'm in a rut making the same thing over and over again, but it's all I want to make. And I just feel like I wasn't having fun with it anymore. I was pressuring myself to just learn and grow, and I need to pressure myself into having fun, and learning and growing will come from that. So I think I really just want to sit down and paint for a while, and that seems really enjoyable to me right now. And my mom invited me over for movie night tonight, so we're gonna watch the second Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I'm gonna have dinner with them, and I'm going to give them some of the stuff that I loaded into my car today. I'm back from movie night. What time is it? It's 9:43. It's my bedtime. Oh my God, I thought it was like 8:43 right now. I was planning on sitting and editing some videos for a while and then watching an episode of The Handmaid's Tale before I fell asleep, but I don't think that's gonna happen because it's my bedtime right now. So I went over to my parents around 5 and we had dinner, went for a walk. We're doing this thing right now where we're trying to, I think it's called mindful eating. And so it's like eating with no distractions. And I eat over at my parents' house about twice a week. So we're doing this thing, you know, no TV, no music. There's conversation, of course, with all the people, but like no distractions. And then every single bite you take, you put your fork down, you chew it thoroughly. Maybe you take a sip of water. And then after you've swallowed, you pick up your fork again. And it's really, really hard on me and my mom, I'll tell you that much. But so we did that, and then we started the movie, which is why I'm home so late, because Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is over 2 hours long. But it's a good movie, I really enjoy it. So today I finished From Blood and Ash, which I already told you all. I started Realm Breaker, still 26 pages in. I was supposed to be 375 pages into it by the end of today, which I am not. And then I started For the Wolf, which I am 30% through. I'm hating it, guys. I'm absolutely hating it. And I'm not sure like if I'm hating it in such a way that I could like keep listening to the audiobook and finish it, or if I'm hating it so much that I don't want to continue. It's just so, I don't even know how to describe it, like juvenile, but also like there's like major cursing. So obviously I don't know who the target audience is for this book, and I don't like it. And it's like a Little Red Riding Hood retelling, but honestly there's like no connection to Little Red Riding Hood minus the fact that there's a wolf and a girl named Red. In this kingdom, the first child is for the throne and the second child is for the wolf. And Red is the second child to the queen, and so her sister is going to ascend onto the throne, and Red is sent to the wolf to basically be a sacrifice so that the wolf won't come and eat the people, I think. So when she gets there though, of course the wolf isn't actually this big bad guy, and he's misunderstood and blah 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 blah. The only thing that I'm even slightly interested in is every once in a while there are these interludes, and it's this sister's perspective of her like doing this research and finding out what's going on with Red. The sister's name is like Navi, I think. And I'm really interested in those parts, to be completely honest. Like, they're good, but Red's parts, not great. If you're okay with a little itty bitty spoiler at 30%, I'll hold my hand up, and when it's down, you can come back if you don't want the spoiler. Red ends up marrying the wolf to try to combine their magic together. They don't even know each other. They've literally known each other 24 hours. And you'd think that I'd be all for that trope, but it's just not. I just don't care. Tomorrow, I'm gonna make the final decision about whether or not I'm DNFing that bad boy. I did decide to put A Master of Djinn on pause today. I don't know if I'm just not in the mood for that book in particular, or if that book just isn't living up to the other ones, or if I'm just in a mood, because I seem to be in a mood with a lot of books recently. I'm definitely going through something, and I've been saying it a lot on my channel, especially my reading vlogs. It's not fun. I don't recommend, and I always have the option in the future. Just because I DNF a book now does not mean that it's forever. Good morning on day 2. Oh, it's 6:50 a.m. I'm tired. I woke up about 50 minutes ago, but it's been a slow start to my day, which is totally fine and acceptable. I decided last night after I finished talking to you all that I am going to DNF for the wolf. I made it far enough in that I can count it towards bingo, and I realized what really like pushed me over was I found out that the book is a series, and I was like, I have no want or need inside of me to read this book and then be left with a cliffhanger at the end of it. Looking at my board, because it's a library book, I can use it for either white or green squares. Now my only green square left is metallic on the cover, and the book doesn't really have any metallic on it, so I'm not using it for that. And then I have forward title, which it doesn't fit, author different from me, which I don't think it fits, and characters same as me, which would work. Let me just quickly look up the author. Yeah, the author is a white female, and I don't see anything in her bio about us having different sexualities, so I'm not going to assume her sexuality, and I'm just going to use it for character same as me. Cool. So I'm making a dent into bingo this month. I mean, I did have a week of May, and right now I have about 2 weeks left until this board gets reset, so I'm about halfway through. And this is what it looks like. I already have one bingo. I'm about to hit another one here and here and here. Well, I did 2 for that. Pretty much what I'm not reading on this board is my owned books, which is funny. I just really love library books. I don't know what to say about it, but I have a plan for next month, which if you stick around and watch my TBR bingo for July, I'm gonna be doing something slightly different for the month of July, see how I feel about it, and then possibly be doing it for ever. Okay, so it's about 12:30 right now, so I am taking a break to, well, I just took a shower because I like sweated earlier on my workout and I didn't shower when I got back from it. Gross. But I am right now about to do the photo challenge for the weekend. This 48-hour readathon is part of a bigger month-long readathon where we can get points and earn rewards and all kinds of stuff like that I'm putting on for my book club. I'm only vlogging this section of it because it's going to be like a quicker, smaller, easier part for me to vlog. Now, the whole entire month there are photo challenges. For this 48-hour readathon, I decided to do one reading challenge, one photo challenge, and I just announced it, and they have 24 hours to do it, so I am about to do mine. So the challenge is you have 30 seconds to draw the cover of one of the books you have read already this month. So we are in the second week of this month. I've read 6 books during that time, not including the books I read in May towards my bingo board. I already know what book cover I want to do. I'm going to be doing The Chosen and the Beautiful because I just think it would be a really fun cover to draw. I think I could get it decently well in 30 seconds, and I'm going to let you guys watch me do it because why not add another pressure point? Okay. Hi, I have you wrapped around my chair leg just so that you can see what's going on. I know you're not going to really be able to see much, but you're going to get to see me draw, and then I will show you the final result. So moving this crap out of the way, this is, okay, thanks a lot. This is my timer over here. This is my reference over here. This is where I will be drawing. Let's get going. Okay, and start. Oh my god, I I have 7 seconds left. Seriously? Ah! Okay, go away. Let me show you what I managed to do. So this is, like I've shown you kind of recently, and this is my sketch. I love it. I love it so much. So I'm gonna go send that to my book club right now and then go back to reading. Actually, I'm gonna take the rest of this hour off and then I'm gonna go back to reading. I did 2 hours of reading in a row, so I'm taking this hour off. My goal is, after this hour, there are 4 hours left during this challenge because it ends at 5. So my goal for today is to read at least 2 of those hours. Okay, I am about to start my last like sprint of the day. So there are 2 hours left in the readathon, and for me to accomplish what I wanted to out of this readathon, I need to read out of one of those hours. So I'm gonna take the first few minutes out of the hour, talk to you all, and then I'm going to knock it out. Excited to be done. I really enjoyed this. I wish I could read like this all the time. So I'm gonna come and talk to you guys about this book because this is what I am currently reading, and I am about 50% through it right now. I think the audiobook literally says 49%. I'm there. I'm able to speak about it. This is like a YA epic fantasy. Like it reminds me slightly of Stormlight with just how big and epic the storyline is, but that's kind of where it ends my comparison, because I'm not into this book. Like, I'm not into the book. I'm not disliking it at all. I'm just not interested or caring about anything that is happening, and I'm 50% through and I feel like I should be invested. There's one character that I like and she's not in it that much. They just introduced another side character that I kind of like, but like she's also not in it that much. I can't 100% tell you what the book is about. This main girl is a descendant of this like certain race that has this ability to do certain things with these things called spindles, which I'm not fully sure what they are either, to be honest. And so she's pulled aside by this like immortal being to go back to the palace to find this sword to save the land. And we're also following some other side characters, like a lot of POVs, which is really cool. That's probably the only thing I'm really loving about this book is all of the different POVs. And I don't care about our main character at all. I feel like the story is like fast and slow, and I feel like I'm missing things. Like, I don't understand how I can be 50% through the book and this little intrigued about the story. I am buddy reading this with a friend, so I'm actually about to text her and be like, how far along are you into Realmbreaker? Because I gotta know, is this just me or is this like just me? Like, where I'm at right now, it would be a solid 3-star. The writing's not bad. The characters aren't horrible. I am using a gift card wrapper as my bookmark, as you can see, because I packed all my bookmarks. The intrigue is just 0. If you use Cawpile to rate things, I used to use Cawpile and then I realized I didn't actually need the reason to rate things to rate them the way I wanted to. I was just gonna start rating things however the hell I wanted to. But Cawpile came in handy when I want to like vocalize why I rated things. And so the characters, solid like 6. Not bad, not super great either. This is out of 10, by the way. I all of a sudden have forgotten what all letters stand for in Cawpile. But my intrigue, that's what the I stands for, would be a flat out 1, maybe a 2. Because it's fantasy, it'd probably be like a 2 at least. I just can't. And I'm gonna finish this book. I don't want to DNF it. I'm not like getting DNF vibes from it. I just don't care. It's time. It's 5 o'clock. Well, technically it's 2 minutes till 5 o'clock, but I'm calling it a wrap. That was a pretty successful readathon, I have to say. I read for 14 hours, which is ridiculous. Actually, if you include the 2 half-hour sprints that didn't get included, that I read for 15 hours, but I get 14 points towards the system, which I'm not explaining here. How many pages of Realmbreaker did I read? 300 pages of Realmbreaker. 314 pages of Realmbreaker, which I listened to, so I don't even know how many hours that is, but I could tell you that, honestly. But I did read some of it and I listened to some of it, so it's the equivalent of 9 hours and 10 minutes. I finished From Blood and Ash. I read from page 260 to page 212. 612, which is the end of the book. I listened to 30% of For the Wolf, and I listened to 2% of Master of Djinn. I am definitely going to be picking up Master of Djinn again in the future. I already put it back on hold from my library, and it should be coming to me in the next month, so that's really exciting, and it'll probably be on my July TBR then. I'm dreading finishing Realmbreaker. My friend was having the same exact feelings as me. I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. I think I'm gonna keep going. For sure, I'm gonna keep going, but it might be I might switch to just physical and I might skim some of it until I find it more interesting. And that's it. That's it on this challenge. I had a really fun time. Let me know if you liked this. I would definitely do this again another time. 48 hours was really fun. And I'm glad that I did it from like 5 on Friday to like 5 on Sunday. Thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will talk to you later. I don't remember how my outro goes, but until next time, I will talk to you in the comments. Bye.